Alright, this video here is to show you how to get rid of a factory alarm system, even if it's a starter bypass system installed by your dealership that is pretty much worthless after a few years. This one here happens to be a prolock system installed in a 1993 GMC pickup, full-size Silverado style truck. Basically what they used to do is they used to take and mount these little things under the dash right here. They took a special key that, long story short, when you put the key in, the vehicle would start. If the key wasn't in there, you couldn't hotwire the vehicle. What tends to happen with these things after a period of time is they have a built-in relay that gets weak over time. So when you go to start your pickup truck or car, a lot of GM vehicles had these back in the early 90s. When you go to start your car, you won't even hear a starter solenoid click. It'll be like a starter kill is engaged and all you hear is nothing. Basically just a silent sound when you flip the key forward, and all your lights and everything else will work. This is also very common to find in an alarm system that may have been bypassed, where you go to start your truck one day, car, whatever you have, and then what will happen is it just has a very dead sound, but all your lights and everything else works. You could always go ahead and start checking your fuses first, but I recommend replacing the relay, or like we're going to do, just eliminating this thing altogether anyhow. Now, if you're not sure if your vehicle has a prolock or had a prolock, the good way to find out is to look on the doors. And they used to install these little stickers on the doors, on the glass, that actually said, protected by prolock. The other thing you could do is basically remove your bottom dash cover like I did here, which basically had two screws, one here and one here, and drop down that plate and then look, and as sure as can be, this was under the dashboard hidden. And what they used to do is if you paid for the prolock, which I believe back in the early 90s it was like a $240 item, they would give you the key. If not, they would unscrew this from under the dashboard and tuck it up underneath here with some zip ties with a little key that was like a bypass key. So you still didn't even have the protection if you didn't buy it. All you have is a headache, in our case, like 22 years later. So when you remove it, you basically follow the wires from the prolock, follow them up. And what you're going to find out is that you're going to find a little black rectangular item that's actually a relay that uses the power from an auxiliary source, which in this case will be this, to actually start the vehicle. The best way to explain this is we're going to eliminate the whole system by removing the relay, taking the original wires, which in this case, if you get down under here and look, you can see that they've interrupted this purple wire going to the steering column with this yellow and red right here connector, which goes to the relay. So even if you didn't want to remove this out of your vehicle, the best thing to do would be to actually take and cut right here on yellow, because it's on the opposite side of the purple, right here on red, because it's on the opposite side of the purple, and basically connect these two ends together with another butt connector, and that'll still run the current through the ignition without actually having to go through the relay, which could be your whole source of problem. I found that this one was defective by actually replacing the relay, and so for a $7, even in a retail auto parts store, $7 item, the truck starts. But I want to eliminate this from ever happening again, so I'm taking this thing completely out.